So over the last week or so, we've gotten a bunch of pictures and news over the latest series of Beyblade Burst called Dynamite Battle. We know what the beys look like, we know what the main character looks like, but since it is still pretty early on, not everybody knows how the system fully works, so that's what we're going to go over. But first, I do want to thank No Not You and Grim from my Discord for kind of helping me out with this information. So before we move on, if we could hit 800 likes on this video, that would be great. And hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation and turn on notifications. That way you know whenever I upload a brand new video. But now guys, let's talk about Dynamite Battle. First though, we're going to be talking about the super rare bay that's going to be coming out during Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle. And it is a rare get bay, which is from redeeming codes, etc. But it is called Dynamite Perseus, and really, I'm not the biggest fan of it. To be honest, I don't think the rare get bay things, I don't really think it's been that good since maybe season 2 or 3. Whenever we had Orichalcum and Balder, Amaterios, those are really cool. But, I mean, look at this. We have a recolor of Dynamite. So really, the only thing that you're going to be getting from this is Perseus. And that's a cool core, I guess, but is it really worth it? And plus, they might just do what they did with Solomon and release it as its own bay at the very end of the season. So really, it's not really worth getting unless you're like a big time collector, but let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. But now guys, it is time to talk about the latest system of Beyblade Burst. The series is called Dynamite Battle, but from what I understand, the system is called Dual Balance, and I'll get what that means here in a second. So the first piece that we know about is the core. Now this is going to kind of replace the chips from GT and Sparking, and it's really just a combination of a layer weight from GT and a Sparking chip from Sparking. If you mix those two together, pretty much this is what you'd get. When we first got pictures, I originally thought like the outer ring of the core was going to be its own separate piece, but it isn't. It is combined with the core we have here. So let's move on to the next part. For the next part, we have the blade. Now this is going to be replacing the ring from Sparking, and pretty much it looks to be the exact same as a Sparking ring, except maybe with the beys that we've seen so far, it looks a little bit thinner, but really it's about the same. And the final part that we're looking at is the armor piece. Now this is actually the piece that really makes this dual balance system its own system. It's what makes it really different. And this armor piece is interesting because on most of these upcoming beys, if not all of them, you're going to be able to either put the armor at the top of the bay or kind of on the underside. And just to kind of explain what I'm talking about, if you look at this picture right here, we could see just the different ways that you could put the armor from Dynamite Belial, which is called 2. There's the different ways that you can kind of mount that on the bay, whether or not it's above the blade or below it, and that kind of changes up weight distribution a little bit. Although I do kind of like the mode where the armor is below the blade, but what do you guys think? I think that this system is pretty interesting so far, although I am kind of worried that later on in the season, they're going to kind of cut these gimmicks out. I mean, they did that with Chozy, with GT, with Sparking. They've done it every season now. I just kind of wonder what they're going to do for this one. I just know that at some point during the season, they're just going to mix the armor and the core together, or the armor and the blade together for a gimmick on a certain bay. And once they start doing that and they start fusing pieces, then I'll be a little worried. But as of right now, I think the system is pretty cool. It's not really a big evolution from Sparking, I don't think. It's kind of like a sidestep. It kind of changes it up a little bit, but that's okay, because I think the Sparking system was pretty good. And that, guys, is going to wrap up this system and how it works. So hopefully that clears up a little bit of confusion that you guys might have, since this season is brand new. But let me know what you guys think of this new system in the comments down below. Is there anything that you guys are looking forward to seeing? I'm hoping that we can see a new Longinus, a new Fafnir, a new Valkyrie, of course. That would be really, really cool. Oh, and of course, a brand new Spriggan. but I think everybody wants to see that. But that is going to wrap up this video, guys. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. Once again, we're trying to hit 800 likes. Hit subscribe to join the Nook Nation, and let me know what videos you guys want to see next. I'll see you in the next one. Have fun and bay away.